I'm going to connect hose 10 to my coolant, and after that, says turn on coolant control valve G. G is this guy right here, so that should be this guy. Once I turn this guy over, coolant should start here and going into the radiator system. Then coolant will be introduced in the radiator system immediately. So that's the way it should look. Off, off, on when you're introducing coolant. So this valve is off, this valve is off. This one should be on if I'm going to introduce coolant. And yeah. Refilling process is completed once gauge reads 0. Remove residual coolant and gauge before storage. Alright. So what I'm going to do is, before my gallon of coolant runs out, I'm going to close it, swap the gallons, keep on opening, keep on creating a vacuum, and yeah. Vacuum in coolant. So let's see how it goes for me. So the way I did this was I put air supply here. This was open. This is closed. And what happens is when you have this open, you're creating vacuum in the radiator system, and the engine system, and the whole coolant system. You're going to wait till this dial hits negative 50, 60, just like it says here. But in my case, it didn't want to go past 48, so it really didn't matter. So in the end, waited for that. Yeah, for now, all I'm waiting for is for 10 or 15 minutes to pass so I can suffice this other test, the vacuum test. It says at least approximately 10 minutes. I'm going to give it 15. And if the vacuum test, the suction test, comes to be solid, well, that's it. Now all I'll be doing is opening this valve, and coolant will be sucking in and start going into the system. Alright, so the system held true. It's at least 20 minutes in. No leaks detected. Now I'm going to proceed to refill with new coolant. So I already got it inside the container. Alright, let's see how this works. Or the other way. There we go. Alright, so coolant's going in. So coolant is flowing. I'm going to close it real quick. And you can see it held true. So yes, the theory does work. You just start introducing coolant until you're done. And that's it. That's the gist of it. I'm just going to start monitoring how much coolant I got and go from there. And finish up with all 4 gallons. So I'm just trying to confirm that this engine is sound. I did do a leak down test like you guys seen in other videos. I did the oil cooler swap and every other thing I needed to do. I'm just trying to confirm that this engine is great. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to do a pressure test on the coolant system area. I have the coolant system set up. I used a number 4 cap right here. Even though it doesn't specify Toyota Tundra, I did go off the Land Cruiser and the Hilux 2. And between those two, it's either 5 or 4. So I tried 5 out. It's too big a spring. 4 out's just perfect. 4 is perfect. So I just went with that. I'm going to start putting some pressure into the system. Put 15 psi because 108. Let's see here real quick. So the original cap says 108 kilopascal. That's 15.6 psi, around there. So I'm gonna charge it up to 15 and hold it there for a couple minutes and start putting my stethoscope inside here just to hear any air leak. And if I hear air leak, that should be the gasket. And that should be it. I'm just gonna put my stethoscope there. The coolant, the oil coolers for engine and tranny should be they're brand new and they're sealed, so they shouldn't be leaking through. So let's see what happens. So I'm just gonna pump this guy up back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and get this up to 15 and start hearing for noises. All right, so good update. It's been holding true for the past 30 seconds at 15 on the spot. I went around with my stethoscope here. Just plugged it in there. I heard no hissing noises, like if the gasket was broke and it's seeping through whatever. So yeah, the head gasket's perfect. The cooling system is perfect. Just some freak accident happened here. Something really freaky happened here. Yeah, picking up where we left off. Some freak accident must have happened here because, again, it's holding up perfect. Look at that. Now it's been at least 7 to 10 minutes and it's still been holding. I'm going to wait at least half an hour so my phone can charge also, and then let's see what happens. But this system is sound. Who knows, man? Maybe somebody did pour in a quart of oil. I don't know. It's not normal, but it's not bad. Look, 15. So let's see how she holds up. All right, it's been more over 30 minutes, and there's a gauge. 15 on the spot. No leaks. Nothing weird going on. So I got nothing else. So here's the setup. Now that I have everything sealed, clamped down, there's really nothing else to look for. So I'm going to start buttoning everything up and calling it a day. And obviously I have to do the vacuum coolant refill kit. It's basically called, what do you call it? Create vacuum in the coolant system, so that way there will be no air in the system. But I'll be reading through this. I'm just going to show you guys real quick what does it say, so at least you guys get an idea. Just press pause every time you guys need to see anything else, and sorry for the light. And yeah, that's what you got over here. And that's it. Let's see what happens. So in the meantime, what I did was I just tapped the hoses, make sure any bubbles came out, and bubbles did come out. And then so what I'm basically gonna do, I'm just gonna turn it on. I should get an initial suction from the water pump going, circulating water around, and I should get another burst of another suction of coolant from the thermostat opening and closing, unless my vacuum tool really got coolant inside the system where it doesn't need to do that, or it won't do that. So yeah, it's gonna be basically the end of the video. So yeah, just all I'm gonna do basically in the end is just gonna watch this. It's gonna get hot to a point I'm gonna have to put the cap on, and I'm gonna have to shut it off probably 1 or 2 times. If the coolant is not fully purged in the system of air. So that, and I am gonna look up in the schematics if I need to purge it anywhere, but I didn't see anything, so it should automatically purge out of here. This hose should purge back to up here. So yeah, let's see what happens.